Hello, my name is Jarrett Crooks, and today I have here with me Solomon McNair, a college community sophomore. So thank you for agreeing to meet with me, Solomon.
No
And
problem.
yes, so not only are you a college student, but you're also a preacher. Can you tell us some more about this?
Um, Man, like, what would you like to know about what it's like balancing both, or just how it started?
Both will be good.
Okay. So the way I started with ministry, I started when I was like 17. I started making videos on like Instagram. I would record myself, um, teaching things that stood out to me or that I found interesting, because I felt like the Lord was leading me to share the gospel. And I just started preparing for that. I felt like I needed to, set aside time to prepare for that. And then it just like started becoming more progressive. Like at first I was just making videos on Instagram. And then my church, since everything was going virtual at the time, um, like they started allowing me to do like post my videos on the church Facebook page on Saturdays. And then later on, they started allowing me to, you know, I would have a chance to speak every now and then, like if it was a youth Sunday. And then when I was about 18, I did my initial sermon. And then from there, I just started teaching youth and young adults Sunday school. We had small group. I would be teaching in that as well, um, leading and things like that, and just like volunteering in the community. Like if we have a plate sale or something, trying to get that out, like that information out to like kids around the community or people my age. And I started being invited to different churches to preach as well. So that's been part of that journey. So it's like God was really intentional about preparing me and like present opportunities so that my gift that he gave me could grow. And with college, it was just something like I know I wanted to help people with addictions. So like I've always had like an interesting interest in the mind, in the human mind, and how that works and why we make the decisions we make and why we do the things we do. And yeah, so
All
that's
right.
why I chose.
Thank you. Now, now, why is it important to you that you have begun preaching as a teenager rather than waiting until adulthood?
For me, I just felt the Lord like calling me at that time. I didn't want to be disobedient to the Lord and what He had placed on my heart. It just seemed like everything, came together perfectly for that. Like I can't really explain it. I feel like now I got to be honest. I feel like if I would have known what I knew now, like I probably would have waited. Okay, but at the same time, I'm glad I didn't wait. I'm glad I went for it when I heard the voice of the Lord, because if I would have known everything that like goes into it, um, like the all the spiritual stuff that goes with it, the different responsibilities that come with it, then I would have like waited. But like the Lord, He used like kind of my like unawareness of that stuff and my excitement for that to just like, it was a motivation for me to start. And I didn't know like, okay, what this looks like. I knew I saw my parents preaching and leading, but to actually like be in that and like walking it out, I didn't know what that looked like. But now I'm starting to understand like what that looks like. I'm learning how to, you know, prepare. If I have to preach somewhere, I'm learning how to prepare Sunday school lesson. I'm learning how to communicate with the people in my age group, not just people in my age group, but people older. I'm also learning like how to pray for people, how to be useful for people, how to use the gift like the Lord has given me to have a positive impact on somebody's life. Like you just never know. And like even at times when I wanted to quit, it's like the Lord will send somebody, like if I'm at the bank or if I'm at Walmart, like, man, keep doing what you're doing. I saw something you were teaching on Instagram. I saw something you were doing on Facebook, and they just like really touched my heart. And just to see the impact this having on not only people in my generation, but even people that's older than me. Like they'll ask, like, are you doing mentoring? Because I want my son to like grow up and love the Lord and have fear of the Lord. And we actually do a mentoring program at my church for young men called the Raise Academy. I'm also involved in that. And through that, we've been able to like teach young men how to be a man in like a godly way. And I'm also learning in that too, because I'm not the main teacher, but I have been allowed to teach a few times in that. So, and we actually have a graduation for them. So it teaches them how to like finish things through. And that's something that's important for me too, like being consistent, like being in those environments have taught me like how to be more consistent, how to finish things through, how to see it through to the end so that you can see the benefits of what you've done. And I believe if I like, shied away from it and didn't go where God was leading me, I never would have had these experiences of helping people, of learning new things, of seeing people be positively impacted by what the Lord has done in my heart. So yeah.
All right, well, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for your time, Solomon.
All right, bro.